happening as I get the new job. My tongue is like swelling. There's this thing on my tongue. Like it was affecting my speech. It was affecting me being able to eat. They do a biopsy, and that's when I find out 2 weeks into this new job, this new season of life, you have cancer. And my first response was, that's not my story. I have friends, and that's their story. I have family members, and that was their story. This is not how my story goes. My body like shuts down. All of a sudden, my hip, it feels like my hip is broken. It's in so much pain. The next morning, I'm trying to take a shower, and as I get out of the shower, my body just collapsed to the ground, and I'm shaking on the ground, and I just start screaming, and my wife runs over to see what's wrong, and my body's just convulsing. I don't know how to explain it.
Doctors discovered the stage 3 cancer in Jason's tongue was secreting a chemical that was poisoning him from the inside out. His 13-day hospital stay included a trip to the operating room.
So they drill a hole in my hip. Now I'm in a wheelchair with cancer in my mouth. So then they do the first surgery, and they open me up from ear to ear, and they begin to remove half of my lymph nodes, and they remove 20% of my tongue, believing that they'll get all the cancer out. It's over. Now I'm going to that promised land. I'm going to be the pastor God called me to be. All of a sudden, at the end of June, my tongue, that same thing is on my tongue. I remember the doctor, he looks at it and he says, I don't know what to tell you, but the cancer came back. It came back more aggressive. It's spreading quicker. It's already spread to your neck. It didn't spread this fast last time. This is borderline stage 4 cancer. We have to operate. We're going to remove most of your tongue. To reconstruct your tongue, we're going to take a chunk of your arm. We're going to form a tongue in your mouth. Oh, and your leg. We're going to have to take the skin from your leg. We're going to put that on your arm. I'm like, what? Now I'm a piano player. So it's like, you're not going to be able to use your arm for a while. I'm a singer and a speaker. And he says, you're not going to talk the same. He kept talking, and I literally stopped listening, and I just started crying. I felt so unprofessional. I didn't feel like an adult, like a man in that moment, because I'm just sitting in the chair weeping as the doctor is just telling me what's going to happen. And I'm like, I can't do this.
He looked just like he had gotten out of a warfare. Like he just was all bandaged up and everything, and he looked like he had taken a pretty hard hit.
I'm feeling like I need to throw up. But I can't throw up because my tongue is so swollen. I'm laying in the bathroom. I'm laying on the ground, covered in my own waste. And I'm throwing up. I've got mucus pouring out of my neck, blood coming out of my mouth, and I am screaming in pain. All I know is simple math. The pain is too much. The only way to end the pain is to die. I remember typing it in Google. Easy ways to die. Easy ways to die. Because I'm tired of the pain. So if I'm going to kill myself, I don't want it to hurt.
He was just in a persistent pain. Usually he can say hi, or usually he can smile, but he couldn't do any of those things.
She begins to do something that she rarely ever does. She begins to sing. She begins to sing over me.
I was fighting like the worry, I was fighting the anxiety, I was fighting the fear that the doctors weren't going to be right again, but I just kept on choosing to just worship God and knowing that everything was going to be okay.
And all of a sudden in that moment, I just felt like a presence just enter the room.